I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. That's the Special District Association responsible for bringing the area free-to-access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station, so if there's a news story or event information that you would like to share, you can call us at 970-677-4119. And if you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Thursday program for August 20th, 2020. DCTV Daily News. The Pine Gulch Fire grows to 125,252 acres, they reported as Wednesday. That's been revised down to around 121,781 acres, still remaining now the second largest fire so far in Colorado history. Denver 9 News wrote, now this fire has surpassed the size of the 2018 108,045 acre spring fire. As of Thursday, it is estimated to be around 14%, just 14% contained. The state's largest fires ranked by acreage are the Hayman Fire. That happened back in 2002 at 137,760 acres. And then the number 3 fire is the Spring Fire from 2018. That was the 108 and 45 acre fire. The High Park Fire of 2012 was 87,284 acres. The Missionary Ridge Fire over down here in near Durango at 2002 was 72,962 acres. And the most recent 2018 416 fire, so-called, was around 54,000 acres they posted. The Rocky Mountain Area Coordination Center said the West Fork Complex Fire, which burned a total of 109,632 acres in 2013, isn't included on this list because it involved 3 actually separate fires. The most recent update on the fire's Facebook page, yes, the fire has its own FB page. It states red flag conditions are expected this afternoon with potential for lightning and outflow winds up to 45 miles an hour. Firefighters hope to continue progress in the southern part of the fire. Douglas Pass remains closed as crews are staging equipment and assessing opportunities for containment east of the highway. The Rocky Mountain Incident Management Team said earlier on Wednesday that firefighting efforts at the Pine Gulch Fire are doing well on the northern and eastern side of the fire, but strong winds from a thunderstorm overnight caused the fire to expand to the west. For 3 to 4 hours, wind gusts reached 40 miles an hour as the fire created, quote, extreme and erratic fire behavior. That according to the incident management team. Not things they want to see. In addition, the fire produced hours of lightning on Tuesday evening, according to the National Weather Service out of Grand Junction. The NWS explained that under the right circumstances, a pyrocumulus cloud can form and create lightning and thunder at the fire. The fire actually has its own very own weather system. All firefighters were able to get to safety during the storm. Fire supervisors were assessing the situation about 8:45 a.m. according to the incident management team. The Mesa County Sheriff's Office said on Wednesday afternoon that due to the fire activity, several roads have been closed to the public. These closures are to the southeast of the fire at Roan Creek Road or County Road 204, at North Dry Fork Road, County Road 200, V2/10 Road southwest of DeBeck, Coal Canyon Road just past the Cameo shooting range. These are the closures southwest of the fire, Highway 139 north of Loma between mile point 6 and 39 CDOT closures. 21 Road north of the BLM boundary, 16 Road at V8/10 Road, Q5/10 Road is also closed at 18 Road. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office also announced new evacuation orders on Wednesday through their Facebook page. Evacuation orders are now in effect for areas on the northwest side of the Pine Gulch Fire as follows. From the Mesa County line north to the east-west Colorado Highway 256 for a Ridge Road, including north/south Colorado Highway 256. Highway 256/205 moved from pre-evacuation to full evacuation. From Highway 139, Douglas Pass Road, east to the pre-existing evacuation order for Carr Creek Road, County Road 207, including Colorado Highway 205, Salt Wash, and Kimball Creek Road / County Road 202 on Kimball Mountain. Colorado Highway 258, King Road is evacuated. Roan Creek Road / County Road 204 above Brush Creek Road, County Road 209 is still under evacuation orders. Everything west of Douglas Pass, Colorado Highway 139 to the Utah state line is in pre-evacuation status. Suffice to say, you're going to want to look at a map and check out the incident website for the latest updates on both evacuations and road closures if you're doing any traveling or have family up there. The Pine Gulch fire was first reported on July 31st, about 18 miles north of Grand Junction. It was caused by lightning, they say. The Pine Gulch fire is just one of 4 major fires currently burning in Colorado that have already scorched more than 175,000 acres of land. The Grizzly Creek fire has burned 29,000 acres. The Cameron Peak in western Larimer County was at 15,738 acres as of Wednesday morning, and the Williams Fork fire burning in Grand County was 6,726 acres. And now the Grizzly Creek Fire Team will be hosting an open meeting tonight on Thursday, August 20th, 2020 from 6 to 7 p.m. on their Facebook page. They write, in an effort to make it easier for all participants to get critical information needed about the latest developments with the Grizzly Creek Fire, we will simulcast the live stream, one in English here and one in Spanish on the Mi Salud Mi Charco Facebook page. For these meetings, please use the comment feature for Grizzly Creek Fire incident specific questions only, not general comments. You can also send in questions ahead of time in the comment section below the post for the event. They will address as many of them as time allows, and to view the meeting, you click on the live post showing the Grizzly Creek Fire Facebook page at the top of the feed at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. A reminder of the burn ban that has been in effect in Dolores County, and now the statewide burn ban is in effect as of today, 8/20. The surrounding BLM and Forest Service areas are all also now in a Stage 1 fire burn status. And I can't articulate enough that this is critically important not to be the cause of a wildfire. And yes, a red flag warning today is in effect for Dove Creek. Let's check out the weather for the next 7 days. Today, a red flag warning has gone into effect until 9 p.m. tonight. Please no burns and be careful of any flames that could trigger fires, as we've stated. With all that patchy smoke during the morning and then again later in the evening, it will be more problematic for the air quality and those who are affected by it. I don't see a smoke graphic to add to the new weather graphic over here, though the smoke will be there. It will be sunny most of the rest of the day with a high near 93 degrees or higher. South winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour shift west-northwest, which is when that smoke will come back in again later today. So then tonight, widespread smoke till about 2 a.m., mostly clear and a low around 62 degrees with northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. For Friday again, areas of smoke before 8 a.m., with sunny sky the rest of the day after the sun comes out of the clouds or smoke, and there will be a high of 91 or more. East-northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 61 with north winds at 5 to 10. Saturday, sunny with a high near 92 or more and calming winds. For Saturday night, mostly clear and a low around 61. And now for Sunday, sunny, mostly sunny, with a high near 91 degrees, and Sunday night partly cloudy with a low around 62. And the potential for showers has been pushed over to Monday. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with mostly sunny skies, and again a high near 91. Monday night remains with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight, partly cloudy and a low around 60. And finally for Tuesday, it may start to cool down just a bit on the backside of that weather system, mostly sunny, and a high near 88 degrees with Tuesday night a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy and a low around 60. And Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 87 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly clear and a low around 58. And a reminder from the DCTV Facebook group, the local Dove Creek weather photos. Every day at 12 noon, the suggestion is to focus on gentle rains, pray, meditate, dance, whatever way you want to connect with the universe and the Creator. 12 noon, let's focus on getting gentle rain for Colorado. You can post your intentions on the Facebook page group and share photos of the sunrises and sunsets and hopefully soon the rains. And now back to the news. The San Juan County's Utah's San Juan Record newspaper reported on their area's update regarding coronavirus and Project COVID-19 illnesses and the death tally, as well as General Monticello Utah News. They write COVID-19 claimed a 26th victim in the past week, when a San Juan County resident, a woman in her 70s, passed away in a long-term care facility. The number of active cases plummeted in the past week, falling from 118 on August 11th to 64 on August 18th. Of the 64 active cases, 29 are in the Blanding area, 62 last week, 16 in the Montezuma Creek area, 26, 9 in the Monument Valley area, 16, and 5 in the Bluff area, 6, 2 in the LaSalle area, which had been 0, and 2 in the Mexican Hat area, which had been 5, and 1 in Monticello, which had been 3. And since the pandemic arrived in the area in March, 656 residents have tested positive, with 566, which is 86%, considered recovered. In the county, a full 85% of cases were able to identify where they were exposed to the virus through a known infected person. Kirk Bengi, director of San Juan Public Health, said most exposures are, quote, family social get-togethers or through colleagues at work. Bengi said 55% of new cases since July 4th were exposed to the virus by a member of the immediate household who had the virus, and 30% of cases were exposed by friends, coworkers, teammates, or relatives. Bengi adds investigators were not able to identify a source exposure in 15% of the cases. The majority of these are because they did interview the person. A fraction of the total were unable to identify where they might have been exposed. A new school year starts on August 24th, next Monday, in Utah, and many students will return to the classroom for the first time in more than 5 months. Bengi said, quote, children who return to school will face some risk of being exposed to COVID-19. We are working closely with the school district to help minimize the risk, but we won't be able to eliminate it. Quote, it is more important than ever that children never go to school sick. Sick children must stay home. If a child develops a cough or fever or is feeling under the weather, those children need to stay home. Quote, we encourage all parents to work out a backup plan with their family and their employer so that we can ensure sick children don't attend the schools. San Juan Public Health will work with the schools to notify parents when any student may have been in close contact with another infected person. And here in Dove Creek, we've already started the school this week, and next week they will be a full week of school, and next Friday there will be a drag on Main. The Chamber is supporting and promoting for local businesses to be involved with on Friday night at 7 p.m. There will also be a very big celebration supporting our schools, back to school, the teachers, and the children. This op-ed piece from Colorado Politics is interesting not as opinion or presenting any theory, but for the actual research of ties, as author Aidan Ludwig digs behind the scenes of the Colorado Wolf Initiative and finds California cash. As is often said, follow the money. He writes, not everything is as it seems on Colorado's ballot. Voters will weigh in on a ballot initiative that promises to reintroduce gray wolves in parts of western Colorado by 2023. It's a source of contention between anxious ranchers who oppose the measure and the environmental activists backing it. But there's no shortage of leftist, quote, dark money from California influencing the campaign. The Rocky Mountain Wolf Project is the main advocacy group pushing the wolf reintroduction measure. It's also a front for the San Francisco-based TIDES Center. Look it up, TIDES Center, if you want to know more about them. That's part of a $636 million nexus of groups that helps professional activists push left-wing policies ranging from selling the benefits of Obamacare to halting the construction of oil pipelines to painting Republican states blue. A look at the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project's donate page reveals its status as a, quote, project of TIDES Center, meaning all donations to the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project end up in TIDES coffers, which administers the group's finances internally. As a TIDES project, the group doesn't file regular Form 990 reports with the IRS, so almost nothing about its finances is publicly available and its donors cannot be identified. Rocky Mountain Wolf Project uses Act Blue to fundraise, a platform created to support countless professional activist groups on the left and many Democratic Party politicians, including presidential candidate Joe Biden. Act Blue has also helped fundraise for Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, another TIDES Center project. The Rocky Mountain Wolf Project has a 501c4, quote, sister organization created to lobby the state legislature and the Rocky Mountain Wolf Action Fund. Nothing of its finances can be determined because the organization has yet to appear on the IRS's list of nonprofits and has not yet filed a Form 990, which is the limited information on the Action Fund is available from the Colorado Secretary of State's website. However, the Action Fund has a registered lobbyist in Denver. That firm, Recht, R-E-C-H-T, Cornfield with a K, also lobbies for two professional leftist groups, the Citizens for Integrity, a, quote, dark money advocacy group, and National Popular Vote, which leads the left's campaign targeting the Electoral College with major funding from liberals such as Jonathan Soros, the son of billionaire George Soros. Citizens for Integrity's 2018 Form 990 reveals one board member, Ashley Stevens, the subject of a 2017 investigation by the watchdog Open Secrets for Stevens' connections to multiple political action committees, or PACs, involved in the 2016 election. Stevens is a well-practiced activist whose LinkedIn profile identifies her as merely a, quote, fundraiser for the Colorado Senate. Yet, according to the Colorado Secretary of State's registered agent search, she heads roughly 26 separate PACs and independent expenditure campaigns, and some of them are now dissolved. The Tides Center is exercising its specialty with the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project, quote, incubation, in that it uses its 501c3 tax-exempt status to shield the operations of countless activist groups while they wait to receive their own tax-exempt statuses from the IRS. One such Tides spin-off is People for the American Way, or PFAW, infamous for its 1987 smear campaign, which blocked the confirmation of Judge Robert Bork to the Supreme Court, and for protesting the confirmation of Justice Brett Kavanaugh in 2018. The Tides Foundation, the Tides Center's older sibling, is much more familiar to conservatives. Tides was conceived in the mid-1970s as an innovative pass-through, effectively a middleman for liberal donors angling to anonymously support left-wing causes. Donors cut checks to Tides, which manages their finances in individual, quote, savings accounts called donor-advised funds, until the donors designate a final recipient for the funds, which Tides then pays out as grants, masking the original benefactors' identities from public scrutiny. And business is good. In 2018 alone, the Tides Foundation raked in nearly $420 million and paid out $291 million in grants, nearly all benefiting activist groups and liberal think tanks. Tides Foundation's biggest donors are foundations, including George Soros' Open Society Foundations, the Hewlett Foundation, exposed for funding infiltrators in the conservative movement, and the Ford Foundation. Little wonder that critics have dubbed this scheme charitable money laundering. Now, California is exporting its, quote, dark money scheme via environmentalist groups like the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project. Coloradans should know who's behind the wolf reintroduction ballot measure, and they may not like what they find. Pizza. Yum. Well, it's one of my favorite dishes, and having a fire brick oven to bake it in at 700 degrees makes it cook up fast and delicious. Okay, so maybe I'm hungry, but I did come across this news story that pepperonis may be scarce, thusly affecting pizza restaurants and pizza lovers from coast to coast. Q13 Fox reported on this, as did many others, that the potentially devastating addition to the list of why we do not like 2020. They write, business at pizza shops across the nation may be up as people stuck at home during the coronavirus pandemic order out night after night, but the supply of America's favorite topping, pepperoni, is beginning to dwindle. According to Bloomberg, small pizza shops across the nation are reporting higher prices for the delicious salami, with one shop in New York reportedly paying $6 a pound, up from $4 earlier this year. Earlier in the pandemic, restaurants had reportedly experienced high prices and shortages for other meat toppings like ground beef, but while prices for beef have come back down, pepperoni prices have remained high. Barry Friends, a partner at food service consultant Pentalect, told Bloomberg that some meatpacking facilities have decided that the labor-intensive process of making pepperoni just isn't worth its low profit margins. Nevertheless, so far restaurants haven't changed their prices. It's an American right to have pepperoni on pizza, Matthew Hyland, chef and co-owner of Pizza Shop Emily in New York City, told Bloomberg. Pepperoni is such a huge part of pizza, it's important to us that we keep it accessible. Here locally, next week in Dove Creek, the new Bangers Bar and Pizza Place will finally be opening right in the middle of Dove Creek on Highway 491. Opening at 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday, there is a full bar in the main building, a side small pizza place eating area where the double-stacked brick pizza ovens can be seen, and an exterior patio I'd like to call the doghouse area that's complete with an enclosed stage. It's owned by Dovepreneurs Tim Meyer and Shelley Poole, and named after their beloved bulldog, Banger, whose gigantic portrait is featured behind the bar. The band Crossroads, with locals artists Mike and Jackie King and their drummer, will be the first to rock the stage on Friday, August 28th for the grand opening. The Chamber's ribbon cutting will take place at the grand opening celebration, so now fingers crossed that there's enough pepperoni to go around. And follow these links and updates to events and stories on our Facebook page, which is DCTV Daily News, where you can also watch the program replay along with news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. Again, this is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in to DCTV Daily News. Programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel and the DCTV Daily News page on Facebook. And if you like the program, please do like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA, Dolores County. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching and have a great Thursday.